What's up, YouTube? It's Jay Roebuck, and today we are here to talk about Justin Bieber. His performance over the weekend at Coachella has the entire music world talking, but who else is going to break it down to you like I will? You see, his Coachella performance was a crowning achievement in a career and business rebrand. It's a masterclass in control, verticals, ownership, and turning one moment into three revenue streams. It wasn't always like this. Just a few years ago was financial problems, managerial disputes, and a public crash out. But how did he turn things around, and what was the business behind it? Coachella was a crowning moment. It was a beautiful achievement. But before we get into what happened this weekend, we have to take a look and see where we came from. But before I do that, I go by the name Jay Roebuck, and on this channel, we don't just discuss music, we talk about the business of music, because sometimes it's the business that drives decisions. If you like videos like this, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and please hit the hype button if you're watching on mobile. Let's get into it.
When it comes to managing money, that's a whole different story. Think about it. He sold his music catalog for $200 million, giving up steady passive income, and still ended up $31.5 million in debt, which he is unable to cover. Tour cancellations, messy management deals, lawsuits, even a $300 million net worth couldn't shield him from financial chaos.
It's not clocking to you. I'm a dad, I'm a husband. You're not getting it, it's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
We're on the sidewalk, Justin.
I don't give a if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human being, you're standing around my car. At the beach.
So how do we go from that to the most streamed Coachella performer ever, to the highest paid Coachella performing act ever, to the most viewed, the most liked Coachella clip ever, to the highest grossing singles post Coachella ever? How do we get there? Let me put you on game. Step one was the sale of Justin Bieber's catalog. Justin sold his catalog for $200 million. And you might be thinking, that number sounds low for a megastar like Bieber. And you'd be absolutely right. Because what he sold was his interest in the catalog, and he sold that to Hypnosis Song Capital. UMG still retains their ownership over the catalog as well, right? It was just split into percentages. Now, people took a look at that and they took a moment to laugh at him, take some cheap shots, because Justin was in a bad spot financially, a bad spot in terms of contract. But sometimes when things are going so bad, you need to make a drastic change. And that change for him was selling his catalog. It wasn't something to laugh at because it was step one into a business rebrand that launched him to new heights. So what do you do with that new money that you acquired? Number one, you pay off your debt, you settle your differences with Scooter Braun, and you take the rest of that money and you invest. Or let me say reinvest. You reinvest in what you know best, and that is yourself. And that is exactly what Justin Bieber did. He took the money and he got a new deal, but he got a smarter deal. He got a deal that's really about going direct to consumer, which is the way the entire industry is shifting. And I'll circle back to that at the end, because his new deal is a licensing deal with Def Jam. You know, most artists, the first deal they sign is never a good one because artists don't come to the table with leverage. You see, Bieber got signed when he was a kid. He had a deal with Scooter Braun, a deal with Usher, and whoever else was doing things behind the scenes. Do you think that was favorable to him? Well, we know it wasn't, because he only got $200 million out of his own catalog, which was probably worth around $1 billion, I would assume. So we know that he didn't have favorable terms. So now that you've been through that in your career, you go to the table and you negotiate a deal where you retain the rights to your music and you partner with the label in a licensing deal, just like J. Cole has, just like Kendrick Lamar has, just like Drake has. They have the equity, the sweat equity. They have the talent. They have the team. They have the fans. But they partner with the label to distribute the music and work on the other parts of the business that they may not excel at. So you get the new deal. You release the new album Swag. You become a dad. You fix up the rebrand. Is that enough? It's 2026. You got to do a little bit better. So not only does Justin embrace the new wave with the new deal going direct to consumer, he does a few other things. The first thing he does is he embraces streaming. Let's take a look at his tour of his studio that he built.
You know? That's right.
Better. And then look up. Doors kept open. Doors kept popping up. I was walking through these doors. Some doors popped up. They got the key,
Yeah.
but the door was there.
We're gonna be doing this pretty much every day, so make sure you tune in. It's gonna be awesome. These are the guys backstage. Say hi. This is the back area where all the stuff's going down. Hey, Wes. What's up, baby? You guys are killing it back here. Thank you. Just giving them a sneak insight on what's going on, really going on back here. This is where
Get paid, young Bieber, get paid. Because he's getting paid in a few ways. Number one, you're live on Twitch. You have your subs, you have your ads, you have whatever other deals or brand partnerships he worked out to be included in the video. Number two, during some of these streams, he performed live music. When people hear music and they like it, they download it and they stream it. Justin eats again. These are more ways that he's not only making money, but more ways he's connecting directly to his audience and the audience that cares about him. Because you cannot be a star without the fans. The fans are the most important thing you have. And what do you need to build with fans? You need to build connection and open lines of communication. And what better way to communicate with the people that you love and who love you back than by doing it live? Those were the live stream aspects. And then he went on to perform at the Grammys, one of the biggest stages in music. And some people were a little appalled because he went out there in something they didn't recognize. Just his underwear and a guitar and a mic, which is going to connect his Coachella performance. But what does that mean? All right, there's two ways to view it. You can view the literal, which is just him standing there in some boxers. That were his brand, by the way. Those are Skylark. So number one, he's promoting himself again, finding ways to make money and having his fans engage and buy them. But number two, what could it stand for when he's standing there? He's been through a lot. He's been famous since he was a child. We've watched the ups, we've watched the downs, we've watched the technological advancements throughout his career. But in that moment, he was vulnerable. He was stripped down to almost nothing, bearing his soul and bearing his music to the world. And that's what that performance represented to me. And that's exactly what the Coachella performance represented to me for me as well. We got to see just him and the thing he loves the most, himself, his family, and the music. So all of that to get us to this moment. Coachella, one of his biggest paydays ever, the highest paid Coachella performer ever. No manager, no agent, no booking fee. Justin negotiated the deal himself. You see, he learned from the business. He kept things low budget. Himself, the acts he's performing with, a MacBook, the microphone and the fans, an intimate experience. He was able to film backstage, which I'm sure he's going to package and put into a documentary so he'll get paid again. Justin is smart. While he focused on simplicity and delivering to his audience in the best way possible, Sabrina Carpenter did the exact opposite. She went with insane set design, multiple costume changes, and she brought out all the stops of the show. It was great. There's two ways to do business. Justin did the exact opposite of her. And if you want to just base it off the numbers, he was more successful. And again, he focused on the business. Look at the merch that he had going for his collaboration with Coachella. People are calling it Bieberchella. There's stickers all over the place. There's hoodies for sale for $240. Now, I love clothes, but I don't love clothes that much to buy that hoodie for $200. But just because I don't love it doesn't mean his real true fans and supporters who will spend their hard-earned money don't love it, because these hoodies were sold out immediately. This is great business. So what's the moral of the story, folks? Whether you're a regular person, whether you're an artist, whether you're already established or you're aspiring, there's a lot of things you can learn. The journey is long. There will be ups, there will be downs, but there are always things that will get you back on track. Number one, get your business straight. Make sure you're getting paid off your IP. You become the vertical. What Justin did is he exemplified to the whole industry how to truly be a person who is a brand and a business. This is where the industry is going. This is where things already are. When you see UMG and other large labels partnering with independent platforms that work on going direct to consumer like Even, that's telling you that they want people who can connect to the fans and move a product to them that people can buy into. They want real artists who can sing, who can dance, who can connect, who can convey emotion. Because that is what builds true and loyal fans that last for 20 years and beyond. That is exactly what Bieber did. He learned the business, and from his prior mistakes or from places where he wasn't, well vested or experienced in, he learned and did better. He got the licensing deal instead of selling the ownership to the music to someone else. He found a way to talk to his fans directly. He launched a brand that his fans identify with, and he brought it all together on one stage in one night. But that one night doesn't happen without years of experience and learning. We don't always get things right on the first try, but it's how you learn from mistakes that truly gives you your character. If you like videos like this where I break down stories, give you peeks behind the business, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you hype it if you're watching on mobile. Even if you don't make pop music and you're a rapper, you do hip hop, you do R&B, or you're just an entrepreneur, or you're a consumer who just wants to learn, I hope that you found something in this video that's insightful and that you can walk away with. We have a lot more content on the way. I appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video. As always, please let me know, where are you watching from? Some people said they're watching from South Africa. I got people from Ireland. There were people from all over the world, right? The Caribbean, South America, all over. I want to know where you're watching from and how did you find the channel? Because I am quite curious. Again, I go by the name Jay Roebuck, and I want to thank you for giving me your time because that is the most valuable thing you could give me. Salute.